You are angry.
No.
Was it the thing that Anthony said?
No.
The joke about you being a model?
No.
Wouldn't take it seriously. He's older from a total...
You have no idea how happy I am to see you and to meet you. I'm a big fan. And first of all, let me tell you, congratulations on the film. It's amazing. I can't stop thinking about it. Euphoria as well. I'm a big fan. I'm obsessed. You are the moment. So thank you so much, both of you.
Thank
Well, Zendaya, my first question is for you. You recently revealed that before Malcolm and Marie, there was this crazy idea about a meta-horror film, you know, where you've lost it and you think you're Casey undercover. Okay, needless to say that we would love to see that. But what else can you tell me about that brainstorming session? Any other ideas?
Well, I'm not completely against the idea, right? I'm not completely against the idea. I just didn't think it was the one yet. I mean, we can visit her again, you know?
Yeah.
But let's just maybe not with the confines we had this time. I feel like we maybe need a little bit more production for that one.
Well, maybe a little bit more space. Like when you're 40, it's maybe even more interesting.
A little bit more interesting if I don't also can pass for a 16-year-old still. let's let me mature a little bit more.
Okay.
And then we can revisit. No, I mean, this is the thing with Sam that I think is really special about, I think, our relationship as creatives and collaborators is that, you know, we're very honest with each other. So if I don't like something that he brings to the table, if he doesn't like something that I'm giving, we are very honest about it. And I think we call each other out in that way. And that kind of in turn forces us to be better and work harder and make better things. So kind of like with that being said, you know, that is part of our creative process, is throwing things out there and seeing what sticks. And you have to have this level of trust and respect, I think, for your creative collaborators to be able to allow them the space to just try things, and not feel like there's any such thing as a bad idea. And that's always kind of how I felt even when we were, you know, working on Malcolm and Marie and it was already kind of happening, anything that I had or John David had or anyone had to bring to the table was welcome, you know, because it's not about the ego and whose idea was it. It's about what makes a better film. And that to me is the best way to collaborate and make things. And so with that being said, maybe we'll revisit some of those ideas in a little bit of time. But, you know, that's part of it. You know, things get thrown out. We work through it. We figure it out. There's good, there's bad, there's weird. And then something magical will happen from all of that.
Of course, definitely. We can wait, definitely.
I think that's hilarious. Me at like maybe like 40, 30, thinking I'm so Casey undercover, I think is more exciting plot.
It's actually an amazing idea. So Sam, I find it very interesting that, you know, from Assassination Nation, which I love, by the way, to Euphoria and Malcolm and Marie, you've been writing characters seemingly far from your own experience and your own identity. And there's sort of a thesis, you know, about that in Malcolm and Marie. So why are you so interested in writing characters so different from yourself, and how much of yourself is there in Malcolm?
Well, I think in terms of Malcolm, I think there's as much of me in Malcolm as there is in Marie. You know, Marie, I think shares a lot of commonalities with me in terms of even her history, and also too, I think just her emotional reasoning and kind of logic and desire to be understood. I think that one of the things that I love about writing and filmmaking is I've never been 100% sure of who I am. And by that, I just mean I feel like I'm constantly shifting and changing, and I try to find the commonalities within me and characters and then build from that perspective, as opposed to going, oh, what do I imagine this, what do I imagine a character like this to feel or think? I think I try to start with what feels true to me, and out of the process of making a film, of collaborating, of talking to actors, of even on this piece, working with John David and Zendaya, not as actors, but also as producers, I have an enormous faith in the dialogue and the freedom to dream and to think and to experiment and try things out so that we can find the kind of the emotional truth between all of us and the characters, and that we all have a certain sort of protectiveness and care for these characters to make sure that they do feel honest to all of our experiences. And I think that's what filmmaking is. It's this collision of identity that is unlike any other art form. And out of that, if you're open and you're humble to that process, you can hopefully capture something that feels universal.
Like my cousin,
Okay.
Rick, for one, it's a lot of different people, a lot of different things.